Welcome everybody watching today here at Boondall Iceworld and online at AWIHL.tv for week 1 of the AWIHL season. Lachlan Eels and I are very excited to be in the commentary booth with Fox Media Group this season, and personally I cannot wait to see what the Brisbane Lightning will bring for us today as they take on the Perth Inferno. We also have news here in the arena that this is the most sold game in the history of these women, so we're very excited to see a good crowd here in the stands as well. The last time these two teams met each other in the official season last year was in February of 2025. It was here at Boondall. Perth won the first set 3-1 and Brisbane won the second, coming out on top 2-1. Lachlan, what do you see today?
It's going to be a great game. You know, Brisbane have a strong attack. They've got a very strong offense as they played very well defensively last year. A couple questions to be asked with the new goaltender. Katie Meyer, though, she's new in the terms of starting for the Lightning, but she was a great performance in the Boxall tournament last year, which was one of the key moments to get them the gold medal last year. A lot of faces from that gold medal team here for Brisbane, so it's going to be a lot of experience in there. And Perth with a great defense, they're going to look to stay quite strong. Looking just at Brisbane right now, a couple of the players that immediately come onto mind. We were talking about Katie Meyer before, but the first name that jumps off the page right now is the import, Annie Fitzgerald. She had a huge career in the NCAA, played at Boston University and Northeastern as well, and she was very talented there. I got to see her in the scrimmage a couple weeks ago, and she was making players look silly out there. She was an incredible player. She's going to be huge to add to this offense. In the backside, another import player is Madison LaPlante in her second year for the team.
Technically not an import. She has PR.
She does now. Pardon me. So she, second year for the team, 25-year-old from Edmonton, is a great skater. She's so fast out there, and she can close off those angles. And on defense, that's so important. And she doesn't let many people beat her to the outside either. So that's going to be fantastic for Brisbane. Over on the other side, though, we look in the goals for Perth. And what more could you ask for? Sasha King, there's a 91 save percentage in the 2024-2025 season, and arguably is the gold standard for goaltenders here in Australian women's ice hockey. And they're going to look to have a huge game and a huge season from her in total, just if they're going to want to, have some results here. And on the front end, we have Elizabeth Scala, who had 37 points last year. And there's a couple big scores as well in there as well. Michelle Clark-Crumpton as well had 29 points last year, and Sarah Salmons tied was the fourth scoring leader from last year. So a lot of firepower in this team, but they also are really strong at the back as well. So it's going to be a great game to watch.
I am really excited to see Sasha King, and we know that there is a local backup goalie rating for the Perth Inferno should they need her. It's Alexis Fremont, and I've had the joy of playing with Alexis. Spoke to her a little bit before the game. She doesn't expect to see any play. She's in net right now warming up, but she's ready if they should need her.
So we're getting set here just a few seconds before we go through the formalities. And we know Brisbane last year came up just short. Silver medalists in this competition last year. You know they'd love to make that a gold. I talked to a few of the players a couple weeks ago, and they were very confident heading into the season. So a lot to watch here tonight. And just we talked about it before, the crowd here tonight, the highest selling game in Brisbane women's ice hockey history. So good things happening for the sport, and hopefully those paying fans will have a great game to watch here today. I think they will.
They definitely. I will also note there's been some changes from defense to forward this year as well, because Brisbane's got such a strong defense lineup. They've moved a few players around. Alison Carlisle we will see playing forward at least for the first part of this year. So that will be a very interesting move. She's played forward in the power plays previously. We're going to get set for the anthem. I will just let you know that the officials today are Sarah Kinnaman, Tony Paolo, and Daryl Dunsford, who are out on the ice. And we have an official puck drop today. It will be Leanne Leonard, the Queensland State MP for Nudgee, Shadow Minister for Environment, Science, Innovation, and Climate Change, and Shadow Minister for Youth. We've got the pucks cleared. We're getting ready, getting the players off of the ice momentarily. That was a little bit of a slower version of the anthem than I think the ladies were used to. They were singing along and trying to trail as much as they possibly could. That was lovely. The puck drop's coming on just about now. We should see the captains coming forward. Kelly Costa for the Lightning, and it should be Catherine Bailey, number 23 for the Inferno. And again, that is Leanne Leonard coming out onto the ice looking just a little bit nervous.
First time stepping onto the ice for anyone can be.
It's always a bit of a surprise.
Oh, yeah. Well, you think you're going to have less grip than you actually do. You think that you're going to just be slipping and sliding out there, which if you're not careful, you will be.
You definitely could.
But you see.
She looks good. And there we have it. The puck has been dropped. We will get ready to play. We expect that game to start in just 2 minutes. Lightning have a whole new crew of social media, game day coordinator. There's a new photographer in the house as well. I was able to look at her portfolio. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm looking forward to some of these photos that will be coming out. Anthony's here on deck as well. I can't think of Anthony's last name off the top of my stump. Is that right? Sorry.
Sounds right.
Sorry. He's definitely on Instagram. We're definitely connected on Instagram. I think he's Slippery Pixel on Instagram.
Yes, he is. Yes. Go check him out. Slippery Pixel Photography. Another great photographer here in Brisbane. Lightning in both the women's and the men's actually are blessed with great photographers up here in Brisbane who cover the sport, as elsewhere in the country as well. And we thank all of these people around both leagues for everything they do, because
yes, I was told Jason Boland will be here tomorrow as well. So it's
I heard that as well, yes.
It's always great to see his photos. All right, the teams are having their last little roundup. We're going to hear what the energy looks like. We've got Daryl Dunsford out at center ice, ready to go. Clock set. And there's the cheer. Katie Meyer should be ready to take the lead for the team in net for the Lightning. And of course, we see Sasha King ready to go for Perth Inferno.
So the season officially getting underway about 20 minutes ago or so down there in between the Rush and Melbourne. And we are getting set to get the second game of the season underway right here.
It looks like Sarah Salmons is going to take that face-off against number 12, Nita Crompton. Goes back to the Lightning, and we are off. Going forward now, Allison Carlisle went for it, but Salmons goes in quick to the net, takes a shot, saved by Katie Meyer. She tried to take it in behind.
Great heads-up play there by Perth. Jumped on that puck and just used the speed, created an opportunity, and Katie Meyer faces a very hard test here. Great pass there, and she goes in there, great shot, but Katie Meyer, strong in the butterfly position, is able to make that save, and there will be a face-off to her left.
Same people ready for face-off. Sarah Salmons is very quick to that puck. That one goes to the side, and it's picked up and almost controlled by Perth, but Lightning are starting to bring that out. This is I think that's number 25. No, it's Annie Fitzgerald coming in, the import, bringing it into the zone, sending it around and behind to Georgia McClellan. And the Lightning are going to fight for that puck, but Sarah Salmons chips it over to the boards to Clark Crumpton and back out to Sarah Salmons, poked back by Killenick, goes into the zone. Now Madison LaPlante, the defender that I was talking about, or that Lachlan was talking about, sends it in. She's still battling for it, going into the boards, and number 26 taking that in, and that is Allie Fisher, thank you. There's 24, 25, and 26, all players, all either PR or imports, and I get them confused quite readily at the beginning of the season. Kelly Costa now trying to stop that puck from entering the zone, still walking on the blue line, shoveled in by 17 and an offside. Number
Both
17,
teams
Grace
trying to
Garbutt.
settle in a little bit. Abby Brown with the play there in front of us, dumps that puck in, realized that there was no support from either side, so she just went in there to try and chase it. And Perth were able to break that one out. And there's a face-off here just outside the Perth zone, and they're going to win it back.
Easily won by the Inferno. Goes straight back to Zoe Webb. Zoe Webb going behind the net, taking a look around, sending it up the boards again to that import Garbutt. She's from Great Britain. No name on her jersey today. Sending it back in towards Webb, and Malcolm fighting, goes off the skate of Mahoney. And Garbutt, Mahoney sends it in, goes a little bit past Malcolm. Mahoney goes back in, comes out, and Crompton sends it into the corner. Now picked up by Catherine Bailey. Bailey taps it over to Webb, and a nice breakout, clean passing from the Inferno. Del Basso sends it down into the zone, and it's coming back out again with Kalimbokas. Off of the skate of the official, and recontrolled by Malcolm. Malcolm stopping, having a look, gets it out to Mackenzie, picked off by Sinclair. Sinclair, I watched come into the rink a little bit late. She had her warm up by running to the room. All right, number 6 now, Cooper. Over into the corner and picked off by Katrina Rapchuk. Rapchuk sends it straight out front. Nice opportunity, not able to get the play off for number 4, Kalimbokas.
Heads-up play there by Katrina Rapchuk, was able to win the puck there in the corner, immediately looked heads up and was able to create a dangerous pass there into, it looks like Kalimbokas there. So a good chance here for Brisbane with one of their more deadly chances of the game so far.
We have Lindsay Killenick and Marina Noddle in face-off. Goes back to the Inferno. I had the joy of watching Noddle play at Nationals. She's one of my favorite players to watch. Very dynamic player. Killenick's chasing that down. Just controlling the puck, keeping it away from number 3 on the other team, McClellan. And coming back the other direction, the alt captain passes forward to Annie Fitzgerald. Annie Fitzgerald, she's got a 1-on, no, 2, oh, and a goal from Annie Fitzgerald.
First one of the season of what should be many points. Annie Fitzgerald picks this puck up here, is able to beat her defender there to the outside, just uses her pace there, and is able to score her first goal of the season.
She is sponsored by Jacqueline Elliott. As
you see here on the replay, just picks it up and just uses the pace, the strength there to keep her defender off the puck there, and she takes a tumble as she scores. Brisbane take a 1-0 lead here, 17:24 to go here in the first period. The shots on target are 2-1, and Brisbane are ahead.
Switching out the centers, Nita Crompton and Sarah Simons back at it in center. That one goes back again to the Inferno, picked up by number 14 McClellan, and back down over to Abby Webb. Abby Webb sends it out of the zone, goes off of the stick of Kelly Costa, and back to Crompton. Crompton passes out to Abby Brown. Abby Brown controls it, and she's coming forward, passes it across past Mahoney, back over to Costa. Costa, the captain, chips it forward, and it's taken back by the Inferno over to Sarah Salmons. We know that she is very fast, and a little bit of back and forth interrupted there. She tries to take a shot, bounces off those boards, but we know those boards behind the net on that Zamboni gate are wild. Very often that puck will bounce straight back out and make a dangerous opportunity, and that goalie should be very aware of that as well. Number 23, Catherine Bailey, takes a hard shot when she gets past the red line, shot on Meyer, and coming back out to Bailey, she takes another shot, and another save by Meyer.
Yeah, that one wasn't easy. That took a late deflection, and it almost got up over her shoulder.
So Inferno are now up 3-2 at 16-13 in the first period, and an icing call against the Lightning.
So Perth, I just want to point out something. They're very confident playing out of the back. They're very cool and collected facing against the forecheck, and they just use their passing, and that last opportunity they created was entirely with just good team hockey, fundamentals, and passing the puck. There was some great sauce being dished around by both sides as well too right now.
We have Marina Noddle and Kate Sinclair, and that one again goes back to the Inferno. Kept in the zone, picked up again by McKenzie. McKenzie skating around, backhands it at Meyer, and a goal by Marina Noddle.
Double backhand there. The first backhand got caught up and gets knocked down right to a dangerous spot. No one was marking her, and she was able to put a backhand herself in past Meyer, and this is a 1-1 game.
15:58, 4 shots to 2. That fourth one went in. That was difficult to defend. Like you said, 2 backhanders in a row. Marina will be delighted. She sometimes does some really interesting sellies to watch.
Noddle, just from what I've noticed so far here and just in my time in the building, Noddle, one of those players that you love to have in your side, all heart and soul, passion, energy, loves the game of hockey, and who better to get their first goal of the season?
You have understood everything. Killenick and Salmons now at center ice. Killenick battles for that, wins it, gets it over to number 25, Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald sends it forward back to Killenick. Killenick enters the zone, and they are fighting her hard for it. Hits the skate of Fitzgerald, and now in the possession of the Inferno. Sinclair going after that one. Oh, sorry, Fisher. And still kept in the zone. That was Annie Mossman, who was defending on the blue line. She's one of the new additions to the Lightning this season. She's a Canadian, very tall, very strong, very solid, and I would never want to take one of her shots into my legs. Perth now trying to chip it out of the zone. They do so successfully. Madison LaPlante sets it up and gets it straight back in. Fitzgerald dumps it down into the corner and gives Inferno just a moment while the Lightning change players. Mahoney going after that one. Gets back out to Malcolm, almost offside. Picked off again by the Lightning. Lightning setting something up. Abby Brown taking her time. Gets it to Crompton. Crompton sends it into the corner and chases it. Yes, very good dump and chase. 96 Del Basso, and really messy in front of the net. That one slips past. Goonan sends it back into the corner to Crompton. Crompton again out to the stick, but not able to meet the player. Malcolm setting up a play. Costa interrupts it. Malcolm sends it back out again, and Jamie Goonan sends it forward back to Crompton. Crompton getting past number 23 Bailey. Oh no, the two of them are all tangled up there.
Good hard fight for the puck. Perth
Very
comes away
nice
with it.
play.
A great outlet pass here. Now there's an opportunity for Perth.
Clark Crumpton coming across. She tries to take a shot, almost did something with it, and Costa's on call. Noddle now trying to make another play. She takes the shot, bounces off of Meyer, and good battle into the boards. Coming back out. Costa sending around another shot onto Meyer. Meyer's getting a little bit peppered now. Allison Carlisle trying to get it out of the zone. Kept in by Inferno, but now opportunity for Courtney Mahoney, but Lakoviak can stop her. Lakoviak does take the puck away and sends it straight back onto the stick of the captain, Kelly Costa. Kelly Costa chips it back out. trying to get it to her player. Number 6 now in control, Aspen Cooper. Got up to Salmons. Every time Salmons gets the puck, she explodes with speed, moves around. She's very agile, very quick. Lightning trying to set it up again, get it out of the zone, and it's sent almost straight back in off of the official. Number 7 takes a shot, goes wide. That was Sophie Reeder. And back out to Kate Sinclair now. She gets in the zone, dumps it in, goes for a change, and that one bounced dangerously again, and the goalie had to stop that.
Something to watch as this game moves forward. Brisbane, when they're in these counter-attack situations, when they have the defense collapsing on them, Perth are creating chances and they're spreading the ice wide. And what's happening is that the second Brisbane defender, instead of watching the skater who's coming at that back post, is drifting over to the woman with the puck, and it's creating a pretty easy passes for Perth in their offensive zone on these breakaways.
Del Basso wins that face-off. Kilinik went down. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but her ankle looks a bit uncomfortable in that situation. Number 14 moving forward, Georgia McClellan, and dumped into the zone for Katrina Rapchuk for an icing call. Reset all the way back down in the Perth defensive zone.
You know, the shots on target right now, Perth have the slight advantage, but I think Brisbane are still in this game. Obviously, it's anyone's game at this point, but Perth creating a little more opportunity. Some of these shots, though, were a little low percentage shots from the blue line and whatnot, but Perth right now very comfortable against this Brisbane attack.
Inferno won another face-off. That one goes off of the boards, back around the other side. Fitzgerald is there. She's controlling the puck, trying to set something up. She has Kilinik. She has Rapchuk, should she wish, and it's taken away by the Inferno. Coming out of the zone, number 96 sends it across, dumps it off of the boards. Rapchuk picks it up on the other side, passes it straight back down. And number 26 now, Fisher, and a shot on. And still kept in the zone by Fisher. Fisher lives in Townsville. She has to fly in for every game. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky situation for her, but we love seeing her on the ice. One of the friendliest, kindest people that you'll see. Here come the Inferno, moving quickly. Take a shot, blocked by the Lightning. I think that was Madison LaPlante who took that one in the legs and battle right near the blue line. LaPlante will go and collect it. She has number 3, McClellan, coming at her. Shipped out of the zone by Mossman. Mossman over to Mahoney. Mahoney making a move. Going around, being pressured a little bit to the outside, taking an opportunity, leaves it for LaPlante. LaPlante now sends it straight across, just missed by Abby Brown, who was well positioned. 44, Jamie McKenzie sends it back to Catherine Bailey. And 23 and 23 fighting with each other. Abby Brown there struggling to get that puck. What the Inferno are doing well is passing, but nothing happening there. A goal by Nita Crompton.
I think that goal could be assisted by the fact that it's 33 degrees outside today. That ice is very soft, and Perth were trying to break that out, and this puck just kind of stuck there perfectly. It showed its face in the slot, and she buried it. 2-1 Brisbane.
Really nice
see it here
play
on the replay. Perth tried to break this one out. It takes a deflection off the skate and then just sits there, and Sinclair's able to jump on it. Beautiful shot there in the top right corner, knocks the bottle, and Brisbane back in the lead 2-1 with 11:14 to go here in this first period.
Both teams scoring on their 4th shot of the game. It's now 2 to the Lightning, 1 to the Inferno. We are on track for a high-scoring game if it continues like this. Costa sending it forward. Carlisle's going to chase it. And number 6, Cooper, down in the corner.
Big contact there in the corner.
Picked up by Sinclair. Sinclair trying to pass it across, interrupted by Clark Crumpton. I read in the stats that Clark Crumpton must have spent a season here with the Lightning. I was looking maybe Gowanus at that time, but I was surprised to learn that, but she would be familiar with playing here.
Got to be careful with that stick. That got close to a slash a couple times. Great opportunity now for the Inferno.
Good setup by the Inferno. Nice passing. Dangerous. Reeder takes a shot. Doesn't go anywhere. Takes another shot across. Bounces off. We're seeing huge bounces in the boards today. That one picked up by Sinclair and left behind. Reeder taps it over to number 4, Callum Bocas. Shot by Carlisle goes high and over Sasha King, and picked up on the other side by Cooper, who sends it back to Reeder. Reeder trying to control the puck, sends it over to Malcolm. Malcolm goes in chasing the puck. Amanda Dixon now defending, keeping ahead of Malcolm. Malcolm very physical with Dixon. Dixon will be getting frustrated, a little bit of a hug happening, and taken away by Del Basso. Del Basso's going to come around the other side. Everybody's watching. Positioning is solid. And the Inferno are trying to set something up. McClellan sends that back around to Malcolm. That went off of the skate of Killinick, and Killinick makes an opportunity. She can send that forward to Fisher. She's holding on to it. Fisher's getting into position. Again, off of the skate, off of the skate. We're seeing a lot of interruptions. You're right. I think the ice looks a little bit sticky today, probably because of that heat. Killinick not able to keep that one in. Amanda Dixon tries to send it back down, and the official got in the way again.
You know, yeah, the ice is soft, but it's soft for both teams, and Perth just as used to playing in these type of conditions as we are here. So,
although it's quite a bit drier when you go up there, their ice is different, and puck bounces in a different kind of way as well, but they've definitely played here before, so it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Picked up by Mackenzie. No, sent back out to Annie Fitzgerald. Now watch her skate. She has an opportunity. She is very fast between the legs. Oh, hits the back of the goal and taken to safety by Webb. Pulls it out of the zone over to Madison LaPlante now. LaPlante looking off of the stick of McClellan and over to Mahoney. Mahoney through traffic, and Mackenzie sending it back the other way.
Perth defending well in packs right now, and Brisbane kind of when they're breaking it out, they're extending the ice nicely, but when they're trying to bring it in just in slower situations, they're not getting much help out there, and Perth able to do a great job of 4-on-1 defending there.
Crompton passed that out to Brown over to Mahoney. Mahoney sends it in. Brown's going to pick it up on the other side, fighting with Sophie Reeder for that. Mahoney sends it back the other way, and Cooper now with the puck. Cooper sees her opportunity with Salmons. Stopped by Costa. Nice play. Everyone knows they've got to keep Sarah Salmons in their vision. Clark Crumpton with the puck. Pushed away momentarily by Goonan. Back over to Lakoviak. Lakoviak takes a shot. Goes a little... Oh! Dangerous situation. It just hovered there for a second, and then it went right in.
Yeah, extremely good there by the Perth Inferno. They just had a player on each post, essentially, and fired a shot in. Brisbane didn't pick it up. Did nothing to clear the crease there, and Katie Meyer, unfortunately, has conceded her second goal of the game. We see it here. Look, there's a player on each post there. On the back post, there is a fight for the fight there on the back post. It looked like that was Crompton who was battling there, but just too easy for the Perth Inferno.
Crompton saw it, but she wasn't able to stop it.
7:52 to go here in the first period. 8-4 of the shots on target in favor of Perth.
Kate Sinclair, I think, might have won that face-off, not sure. Back to Amanda Dixon. Dixon trying to get it away and picked off by number 96. Backhand, too hard into the boards, bouncing out. Malcolm trying to keep it in. Several players colliding in front of the Brisbane bench. Sinclair still going for it, and Malcolm as well. Malcolm sends it across to safety, gets it over to 96 Del Basso. Del Basso sends it in and around, and now Amanda Dixon. Del Basso's there again. Brisbane bringing it out. Callum Boca's fighting for that. And Sinclair assisting. She pulls it back over to Dixon. Dixon to Rapchuk. Rapchuk drawing in number 17. Sent in by Carlisle, who goes for a change, and Abby Webb to collect on the other side. Abby Webb now setting up a play. Pops it out to number 17, Garbett. Garbett sends it out the other side and picked it up again by Del Basso. Del Basso entering the zone. She has a sea of black around her, poked away. I think that's offside, and they're still playing the puck, and they get the whistle. Yeah,
I think she thought she kept it in, but the linesman was right there to see it, and offside is the call. 6:49 here to go in this first period. It's getting a little more tense out there on the ice.
But I see Amanda Dixon and Marina Noddle kind of enjoying each other and smiling, and so there's some friendship across the two teams as well. It's lovely.
The game is, the momentum is on a nice edge here.
Noddle wins the face-off when nothing happening for Lily McClellan, however, who fell down. I think there was a little bit of a contact to the skate. Perhaps Fisher and LaPlante takes
more
a shot.
Than a little bit there.
I'm trying to be polite.
I believe the term for that is a slew foot, but we play on.
I'm watching Annie Mossman defend that well, getting back to Killinick. Killinick stops, trying to shake off the other number 3 on the other side, and it comes out of the zone. We have a lot of the same numbers. Catherine Bailey now with the puck, passing it into the corner. And it's going to roll around the other side for Madison LaPlante to set something up. So here comes Sarah Salmons. Passed out to Fitzgerald. Oh, sorry, yep. To Fisher to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald by herself with 3 players on her now. Watch her toe drag that. Bounces off the boards, picks it up herself, sends it back out, waiting for somebody to get there. Goonan takes a shot, goes back to the other side.
Yeah, I think there's a directive from the Perth bench to double team Fitzgerald anytime she has the puck, because it looks like they are actively doubling her every time the puck falls on her stick as a dump in here.
Nice play by Killenik to dump that in before she went to change. She was able to control that. That one just gets past Goonan. Here's Sarah Salmons. Crompton trying to defend, and a shot and a save by Meyer.
Meyer saw it the whole way, decides to cover up just to let both sides change here. And Salmons with another great opportunity created there. I think she's created about 3 or 4 so far, and that's just based off the speed right here. Good little deke to the outside, creates the spaced shooting window there. Fires the shot, but Meyer saw it the whole way. Face-off now to her left.
Del Basso is taking that face-off, and I see an alt captain on the other side, Nita Crompton. That one goes back past Meyer. Costa's trying to keep that away from Malcolm. Bounces off the boards. Coming back out, Crompton to Mahoney. Picked off by number 6, Cooper. Picked back up again by Costa. Costa takes a shot into the corner. Rolls around. The Koviak's going for it with Crompton on top of her. Crompton's one of the higher penalty getters on the Lightning, but with purpose every time. Malcolm now entering the zone. She takes a shot, goes behind the net and bounces out the other side, and picked up by Garbett. Keeping it in, and Crompton sends it straight back out to Garbett. Garbett back over to Cooper. Cooper sends it in and to the bench of the Lightning.
Just a little break here. Game's been quite open, flowing a lot, and the Zebras have definitely been letting them play here tonight. So exciting hockey here. 9-4 is the shots on target. They're still in favor of Perth, but Brisbane brought it back a little bit. And the face-off will be just outside the zone. It'll be Fisher and Noddle.
What's the problem? The officials,
I think
given a warning, doesn't want number 3 to come out. Waited a little bit too long to send out the center. And
yeah, I
Sinclair
think that was just a little bit of a late substitution there.
Sinclair with a big smile on her face, and Noddle. And Sinclair wins that face-off, goes back to Rapchuk. Rapchuk having a look, she's getting a little bit of pressure, and she's sending that forward. Back again to Rapchuk. Rapchuk around the other side to Dixon. Dixon has a little bit of an opening. She sends it forward to the stick of Killenik, and a trip by Noddle, no arms in the air.
Yeah, like I said, the Zebs are letting them play tonight.
They're just going to let it go. That's fine. That one
they've been consistent.
Tipped by McKenzie, picked up by Dixon. They have been consistent, to be fair. That one popped out by Fisher, over to Killenik. Very hard for people to control this puck. Annie Fitzgerald coming in now, trying to make an opportunity, going around Webb. She has Fisher out front. That one over to Dixon. Dixon back, goes past Fitzgerald. Killenik trying to get to that puck from McClellan. And Webb back out to number 7, Reeder. And Reeder's still with the puck now. Gets past Fitzgerald, coming out. Rapchuk with it. She dumps it back in. I think she hit a player on the way.
Yeah, took a deflection there, and it's going to go into the gate and can be fished out.
Salmon, oh no, sorry, not Salmon, that's number 19, Clark Crumpton. And the Lightning, dangerous situation. Almost opportunity for Garbett, and yes, that was strange.
That was a case of the Lightning defense not knowing where the puck was. It came in, I think that was Garbett who took the puck in there and had the initial opportunity, and the puck just kind of sat up there, and Brisbane didn't know where it was. And that's one of the easiest goals Perth, I think, will score this season. We see it here. Garbett shoots, and it takes the weird bounce off the Boondall boards. Actually, comes straight back into the slot. So pardon me, that wasn't even a case of that wasn't even a case of the defense losing it as much as it was the puck having some eyes.
That is exactly what I've seen since they've changed the boards in this rink. There's that very strange bounce right there at the Zamboni gate every time, and it's so dangerous for the goalie.
Wow, this is 3-2.
Mossman to LaPlante going in now.
I believe this is the second lead change of the game as well, too. So
Zoe Webb going for that, and Del Basso now trying to make a move. Has Malcolm going in at the same time. Del Basso takes a shot, goes wide, and out the other side. Zoe Webb picking that up, collecting it, getting a little bit of pressure from Brown. Nita Crompton sends it off the boards and goes for a change, but that puck stopped somewhere there. Brown being chased by Noddle, gets it back to Mahoney. Mahoney now making space, poked away by Bailey. And Marina Noddle trying to move the puck, gets it back to Mahoney. Mahoney shovels it backhanded into the zone and goes for a change. Lindsay killing it, giving it everything, trying to get in there as fast as she possibly can. And that's a shot on from a long distance. Goonan there to cover it.
Yeah, that one, everyone thought it was going to be iced, and then that one just found the pad of Katie Meyer there, and that's going to be a shot.
Brisbane has not had a shot on net since their last goal, so something's kicked up a notch in the Inferno defense, and Brisbane's got to get past it.
So it's going to be Noddle and possibly, is that Sinclair?
Hard to see from this angle.
Either way.
Noddle controls it, gets it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald trying to get around Lakoviak, does so easily. Getting around Cooper. Oh no, Cooper stopped that. Fitzgerald controlling the puck still.
Great
Has Salmons on her.
Cooper.
Nice play by Cooper. Goonan waiting to receive that puck from Fitzgerald, but no, it's back over. And Goonan takes a shot, just goes a little bit wide. Nice little slapper though. And over to Costa. Costa getting it to Fisher. Fisher knocked down. Inferno leave it for Allison Carlisle. Carlisle sends it straight out front to Costa. Costa shot on Sasha King, and a little bit of a scuffle there.
Yeah,
Lots
good
of
save there by King,
flying.
and I think that's a defender saying, get away from my goaltender.
That was Jamie McKenzie standing up tall. These are not small players that were in front of the net at that time.
No. A lot of strong players there in front of the net, some pushing and shoving, and like I said, this game is getting a little intense here.
Number 5, Allison Carlisle, did play defense last season, but as I said, on the power play, she was always the one planted in front of the net, and so we expect to see a bit more of that from her this season.
You know, it's round one. Firstly, game one of round one. No one wants to lose this one. This can set up your whole season.
Bailey sent that out, tried to get it to Salmons. Now Del Basso going around Rapchuk. Around to the other corner, Rapchuk tenacious. And Del Basso takes a shot right on Meyer.
Del Basso just showing her skating ability there, is able to take it around the entire defense and finds a window there. Takes a shot on, but Katie Meyer sees it the whole way. We see it here on the replay. Del Basso just beats her defender there and brings it out into the slot and takes a shot.
So Del Basso is one of the Australian women's national team players, and it's her 6th season in the AW.
Showing exactly why she's in the national team right there.
And another wobbly puck that went on to Meyer, but no chance there. Over to Goonan. Goonan trying to keep it away. That one goes into the bench. No, it went into the netting and stayed in play. Salmons backhands it across to Del Basso. Del Basso taking her time, getting a little bit of pressure. Again, that one went into, did that hit
They got
metal?
the pipe, yeah.
Yeah, I heard the pipe. Salmon's right behind the goal. It's almost like if you knew what to do, you could backhand it into the boards and make it bounce out front. That'd be a clever play. Anyway, number 17 now with the puck. That is Garbett. Garbett passing it out to McKenzie. McKenzie making a move, stopped by Brown, down. No call. Noddle goes into the zone. Amanda Dixon now keeping it away from Noddle. Amanda Dixon, good pass out to Mahoney. Mahoney poked away, picked up by Salmons. LaPlante stopping Noddle from doing anything with that. Dixon on the other side, bringing it out onto the stick of Fitzgerald. There's like all kinds of potential tripping calls, but Fitzgerald's still going for it. She takes a shot. I think that hit
that got
the metal.
Stick. No, that got the stick. A good
it?
save.
Very nice. LaPlante is down. Now I'm back onto the stick of Noddle. Bodies flying. That pass just missed Cooper, and that's the end of the first period. 12 shots to the Inferno and 5 to the Lightning. Scores 3-2 at the end of the first, Lachlan.
Wide open game of hockey here. The shots on target, Perth with the strong advantage, 12-5. Brisbane just behind. They came out strong, though. They've had some strong performances, individual performances, but they just need to tie it together as a group a little bit better would be my assessment of that. And Perth right now playing really great team hockey. They're very confident in the back, playing out of the back, and you know, they're showing very confident. They're showing a lot of confidence on the puck.
I think we're going to take a break. We will be back in about 15 minutes. So don't go anywhere.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, the Zambonis get
We are back live here in Boondall at Iceworld for period 2 of what is the first game for both of these sides in the 25-26 AWIHL season. It was a very tense first period. There was a couple lead changes there. Brisbane got underway first, and Annie Fitzgerald just showed her class early and had a great individual goal there. It was assisted by Lindsay Clinic, but that was a breakout pass that she picked up basically at the red line, and Fitzgerald did the rest. Marina Noddle then answered back a couple minutes later, just about a minute and a half later actually, and made that 1-1. Then it was Sharnita Crompton, who made it 2-1 for Brisbane. That one was unassisted. Then Sophie Reeder equalized, and Del Basso made it 3-2. So we are back here. We're going to change sides here, and we are getting ready. It looks like the officials might just let the ice dry out again for a second, as we are all too familiar with here in Brisbane.
Hopefully Brisbane being on the other end of the ice, they won't have to deal with too many wicked bounces, and we'll see how Sasha King can deal with that.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's winter or summer in here. The ice is still always a topic of conversation.
Yeah, yeah. I've played here a fair number of times myself. The ice is a little bit strange. It's a little bit of a wide, broad rink, but also, yeah, the ice is never exactly what you expect. It is the nicer of the two rinks here in Brisbane. We're happy to be able to be here at Iceworld, Boondall. Sasha King setting her water bottle on her goal and perhaps dancing. I'm not sure. She's doing a little bit of slide, getting into position, having a thought for herself. I'm loving watching that. Side to side slide. She is a classy goalie. I love her.
Every goalie's weird, and we love it.
I mean, yes, they are.
I say that with the greatest amount of
you may not know I was married to a goalie for quite a long time. Past tense.
I say that as a Alrighty, so we're getting set for the puck drop here. Daryl Dunsford going to get us underway. It looks like it's going to be Crompton and
Del Basso.
Del Basso there.
And that one goes back to Crompton, over to Goonan, forward to Brown. Brown tips it into the zone, and we are off. Back over to number 23 on the other side, Bailey. Bailey controlling the puck, sending it back around to number 8, Webb, and straight out to Kelly Costa. Kelly Costa trying to make a play, picked off by Del Basso. Goonan's on it, angling her into the corner. Del Basso makes a quick change in direction. Mahoney got a stick on it and sent back in offside, and Costa sending it straight onto net, and Mahoney getting there for the whistle.
I don't know if Mahoney was a little bit in front of the blue line there when that one crossed, but either way, a good heads-up play there to get a shot on, as she had a teammate trailing there. But we cover up, and there's going to be a face-off to the left here of King.
We have seen there have been a few whistles so far in this game.
Yeah, we talked about it in the first period. Referees definitely let him play here tonight, and it's been consistent. They haven't had a penalty called yet in this game.
I'm fine with that. It hasn't really gotten too out of control, and people seem a little bit friendly still. Del Basso's going to take that face-off with Kilinik. Del Basso wins the puck back into the corner to herself, bounces off the back of Sasha King's net, and Bailey going for it now. Sent forward by Fitzgerald over to LaPlante, trying to take a shot. That one was deflected, and back behind again for Bailey. Bailey fighting for that with, I think that's Fisher. And Bailey shovels it out, finally going down. Mossman's going to chase for it, so Garbett doesn't get the chance.
Yeah, Garbett almost got there. Mossman did a great job there to seal out and keep her away from the puck, but that almost could have been a very dangerous opportunity for the Perth Inferno. We see it here. She saw Garbett trailing there, and she sent that one in, but that one was just able to be covered up by Katie Meyer.
Dunsford has blown his whistle. He's yelling at Crompton.
There was a full change, and he said no change. So he's got to send 5 players back to the bench.
Delay of game on the Lightning.
So the first call of the game is
a delay of
game. And it looked like that was miscommunication on the part of Brisbane not knowing that they couldn't sub.
Not the first time that he was frustrated that they were trying to sub players a little bit late.
Definitely.
But it is a strange first call. Meanwhile, I can see Kate Sinclair.
Matt Meyer down there is telling Daryl Dunsford exactly what he thinks of that penalty.
But Kate Sinclair smiling, as usual. Very, very happy. Big smile on her face. And Marina Noddle also smiling.
So the first power play of the season for Perth. And it comes with a 1-goal lead, so you know they'd love to double down here. Extend it to 2.
Noddle and Kilinik having a good laugh together. Everybody's joyful at the moment, but here we go, resetting down into the Lightning zone. Mossman's ready to defend against this, whatever may happen. Noddle's going to take the face-off against Kilinik. And we're off, one by Noddle, over to the skate of Garbett, and a shot on and a save by Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer with a save there. Saw it late, was able to cover, and with a good decision there, I think, to just cover that one up. Kills a 3 or 4 seconds here off the power play. Actually, I think they've wound 6 off there. So
Dunsford's allowing them to change now. No, they're staying. It's very confusing. Annie Fitzgerald has come out, and so has Madison LaPlante. Kilinik staying, and so is Mossman. Again, Marina Noddle and Kilinik in center. That one again, won by Noddle, trying to get it back, but gets it to Annie Fitzgerald, poked away by Cooper.
That was a great poke check there by Cooper.
Sent in to the defensive zone momentarily by Garbett. Now Noddle entering the zone, LaPlante stopping her, and Fitzgerald with an opportunity, just couldn't get her stick to that fast enough. LaPlante instead. LaPlante now entering the zone, dynamic player, takes a shot, a little bit high, bounces off, and she's there to pick it up, but it comes back over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald sweeps it back around over to Cooper. LaPlante is down. Cooper now sending that out and on to number 44 with an opportunity, and she goes straight into the net. I haven't blown the whistle, and that net has come off the mooring. And over to Maddie LaPlante. Maddie LaPlante had an opportunity, and yeah, they're trying to reset the goal at the same time that the play continues, and finally a whistle because the other goal has come off, I think. It's very confusing what's happening right now. First game of the season, everybody's got a little bit of the jitters, maybe. Can we chalk it up to that? Lachlan.
No comment. Face-off going to be here to the left of King.
Exactly 1 minute remaining on the power play for the Inferno. So much happening at the moment. Paolo ready to drop that puck.
Face off here to the left of King for the Lightning.
Kilinik and Del Basso in center. Kilinik wins that easily, but sends it out of the zone. Rabchuk going for it with Salmons with speed. She keeps it away from Salmons, and Del Basso falls down. Salmons collects it. Passes it back out to the other side to Bailey, and Bailey enters the zone. Being fought by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald being physical, and Rabchuk on the other side trying to keep Bailey away from it, but Bailey comes back behind the net. Meanwhile, Dixon trying to keep Malcolm out of the crease, and back out to number 14 and a whistle. White gets a penalty.
So it's going to be, is that interference or?
I think Malcolm interfered with the goalie.
Oh, it's a crease violation.
Was definitely in the crease.
You do not actually see that often in ice hockey. Boy, that's more of a call that you see staple in lacrosse, but it is still a rule. That is a crease violation called, and this should be...
So they're just resetting outside of the zone, is that right?
Yeah, so there's not actually a penalty there. So it's not a power play per se,
I think that's
but
the first time I've actually seen that one happen. I understood what was happening, but...
Yeah, they don't call it often.
That puck just sits there. Bailey down. It's getting a little bit more physical now. Back to Del Basso. She loses an edge. And Del Basso pops back up and is going to try to make a play. Crompton and Mossman watching. Mossman right on top of Del Basso, shoving her off of the puck. And that puck goes over to Malcolm and to Salmons. Salmons now trying to do something. And LaPlante and Mossman and Kalambokas crushing Salmons. She's fine.
Just showing her a little bit of love down there at the breakdown there in the crease.
Totally fair contact. They just used their bodies to push her out of the way.
And a great play there by Salmons, who's been having a great game here so far. Creates so much with her speed and just her stick handling. such a dangerous player here, as the face-off will be to the right of Meyer. It looks like it's going to be Noddle, and is that Sinclair?
Yeah, Noddle won that face-off again in the 4
Crompton,
seconds. I think
me.
that penalty is now done. We are even strength again. Crompton trying to do something with Plant, and Noddle fighting for that puck now. Crompton, no, comes back out with number 44, Jamie McKenzie, and back out to Lakoviak. Lakoviak sends it to McKenzie, a save by Meyer, but almost uncontrolled. She does freeze it.
Yeah, that whole thing was created by some hustle from Lakoviak. Good play, was able to win this puck here, as you see, and was able to pass that one down there, and a great inlet pass there, but just wasn't able to find a teammate there on the front post. I think that was Noddle who got caught up with somebody there in the slot and wasn't able to jump on it.
The Lightning PK line looking really tired when they left, and back to Noddle and Killinick in center. Shot by Cooper right at Sarah Kinnaman, and Killinick sends that out to Fisher. Fisher backhands it over to Fitzgerald, but Fitzgerald just a little bit past it, picks it up on the other side, sends it into the corner. Cooper's going to go and get it. I think that's Fisher, and is that Lakoviak? Cooper back. Oh, see, exactly what I was talking about.
That was almost extremely dangerous, and
you
that
see
was
that bounce go straight at the goalie. It's the craziest thing how those boards are.
There's a movie called The Hills Have Eyes. Those boards have eyes. You see it here. What should have just been a pass there, and it should have just been the angle there. It looked like it was actually just going to be a pass behind the net, but it ended up on the back skate of the goaltender.
Exactly right. She's trying to pass it behind the net, doing the right thing, and it bounces straight out. Dangerous, dangerous. The Hills have eyes. I love it. Back behind the goal. Webb sending that around. Abby Webb up to Reeder. Reeder has Salmons. Salmons not able to get there first. Costa gets the icing call.
So going to come down here again for a face-off, and
there seems to be, I hear a lot of frustration and a little bit, it's a lot of stop and start right now.
Yeah, and you know, like I said in the first period, Brisbane having some good individual performances right now, but they haven't been able to string it together as a team.
They have had 3 shots on goal in this period, which is a better start. And that one comes out to Mossman. Mossman chips it straight back in onto King. King's going to play that, gives it to McClellan. And McClellan sends it out to Salmons. Salmons trying to get around LaPlante, stopped by LaPlante very nicely. LaPlante gets it out to Annie Fitzgerald, coming up the side of the ice, sending it out off the boards. Again, another dangerous bounce, comes out the other side to Fitzgerald, out to Mossman. Mossman taking a shot, ooh, hits the boards, to the other side, back to LaPlante. LaPlante sending it in. Oh, very dangerous situation. And that's Fisher fighting for it. No, that's Fitzgerald, sorry. Out to Killinick, not able to make that go in. And LaPlante still fighting for it now.
I think King might have got a save on that one, actually.
Quite likely. Killinick with the puck. Being chased by Salmons. Salmons trying to make an opportunity, and Killinick trying to stop her. They're very tangled up.
And
no, yes, there is an arm in the air, yes, and
it's going to go the other way. No, it's going to go the other way. This is going to be against Perth.
Is it? Oh, yeah, true. We're still controlling the puck. Yep, Mossman chips it out.
And that one's touched up there. So this one, yeah, now this is going to be the first power play for the Lightning here.
Holding.
First meet at Billy's power play of the season.
And that is right. We have our power play sponsor for the Lightning, Meet at Billy's. And a lot of discussion on the ice.
So it's a holding call going against White here. And I think there was some protest there from Bailey.
Sarah Salmons going to the penalty box, not one of the most penalized players that we're used to seeing, and we'll see what the power play line for Brisbane can bring in the next 2 minutes or less.
So 2 minutes on the board of some 5-on-4 here for Brisbane.
Abby Brown ready to take that face off.
I think they're going to tell this change can't happen.
They've had a warning.
And there's a warning there. So both sides now have been warned for delay of game.
And Garbutt comes back onto the ice.
So boats, we hear the call down there on the Perth bench saying we got to be quicker on the changes.
Del Basso gets the face off into the corner, back to Bailey. Bailey off of the boards to Del Basso. Del Basso tries to hit it, but it's back out to Mossman. And Bailey sends it out. Back to Meyer. And LaPlante picking that up. Del Basso, good pressure, pushing LaPlante into the boards. LaPlante coming up the side of the ice. Sends a good pass across, trying to get it to Brown, but picked off by 23 Bailey instead. Shot on to Meyer. Meyer tips it out for LaPlante. And LaPlante having a look. Del Basso coming in, putting a little bit of pressure on. That one goes just past the Lightning player. The passing is not quite too clean for the Lightning at the moment. Bailey chips it back over to McClellan. McClellan past Del Basso and back into the other side. And McKenzie picking it up. And fighting for it is Mossman. Mossman using her body and her strength. The puck comes out. Attempted shot on. Doesn't go anywhere. LaPlante is there controlling the puck. Leaves it for Nita Crompton. Nita Crompton passing it up to Mahoney. Mahoney just goes past her stick. She stops and resets. Noddle's coming at her. She backhands it around and straight to Bailey. Bailey dumps it straight back out on to Meyer. Meyer leaving it for Killinick this time. 13:21 and 32 seconds remaining in the power play for the Lightning. They haven't been able to do much with it yet. Killinick sending it across to Mahoney, over, not to Carlisle, knocked back. Killinick's gonna try again, 21 more seconds to go. This time Noddle chasing her down. Killinick not too bothered by it, gets it over to Crompton, stopped, and McClellan sends it straight back around behind the goal of the Lightning. Killinick doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. Now she has Malcolm coming at her. Malcolm's using her body, picked off by Mahoney, and still held. Malcolm still holding Killinick into the boards. And
back to even strength
back to even strength, over to Crompton, knocked away, out of the zone. Killinick's going to be exhausted, picks it up, taking her time. Salmons is there, fresh legs, had a good rest. Killinick keeping it away from her. Those two know each other well. That one should be an icing call, and it is.
Great penalty kill there from Perth.
Killinick.
And McKenzie, I think, was able to kill about 30, 45 seconds of that by herself. It was a great individual effort down there. Great team effort from the Inferno on that penalty kill. And the Lightning not able to do much with it at all, and now they've got a great opportunity down in the offensive zone.
Half of the Lightning need to change. Shots are 18 in favor of the Inferno, 9 to the Lightning, and Killinick's going to take the face-off. She has Crompton there ready to go, and Salmons in center. Salmons wins the face-off. Over to Lakoviak, off of the boards to Nita Crompton, and kept in by number 19, Clark Crompton. Salmons now trying to with it. Carlisle sends it down the ice. Picked up by Lakoviak, back and around. Finally we get the rest of the line change for the Lightning. Strong pass over to Cooper. Cooper enters the zone. And Amanda Dixon watching. And Callum Bocas there as well with Sinclair. Clark Crompton pops that out to try to make an opportunity, but the Lightning take control of the puck. Dixon gets it out of the zone. Abby Brown's going to chase it, but Webb is there to stop it. Goes just past Sophie Reeder and over to Sarah Salmons. Sarah Salmons fighting her own teammate for it, and in the meantime, Kate Sinclair with an opportunity. Kate Sinclair takes a shot, goes wide, off the boards, around the other side. Brown sends it back. Callum Bocas tries to send it out, and an opportunity for Salmons, who needs to go for a change. It's going to be chased down by Dixon for icing, and Salmons will need to come straight back out.
Yeah, a little bit of desperation there from Perth just to try and get a change, and the icing is called. Brisbane will have a good opportunity here in their attacking zone. They'd love to get their 10th shot at target here, and Mossman's got a great slap shot, so you'd like to funnel it back to her ideally and let her rip a shot on target. And if I was one of those Perth defenders, I wouldn't be keen to stand in the way.
I can tell you my daughter got hit by one of her pucks in training, and we saw the consequences. She has a very strong shot. And Cooper with the puck now being pestered by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald swings that out to Killinick. Killinick shot right on King.
Yeah, we were talking about the Mossman slap shot. I was out here for the scrimmage game a couple weeks ago, and she was taking slap shots in the warm-ups, and it sounded like Batu Gendanov was out there ripping them.
Love it. Fun fact, I believe Annie Mossman is a stunt woman in her professional life.
Is.
Brings a lot of strength to this team. As I said, the defense for the Lightning is quite strong this year. We're really excited to see what they can bring, and some of them are not afraid to take that puck in either. Fitzgerald tried to make something there. King has frozen the puck again.
So a good little stretch here. Brisbane creating a few opportunities here. We see on the replay just a little quick face-off and shot combination there. And Brisbane, just like that, have gotten 2 shots on target in about as many seconds.
This game has really slowed down. Del Basso won that puck. Wow, player up in the boards. That was exciting. And that one goes past LaPlante, who is stopping the player, over to Killinick. Killinick has Garbett. And Killinick keeping away from Garbett, but going in deeper. Del Basso chasing her now, trying to send it out to LaPlante. LaPlante takes that puck. Collateral damage on the way. I think that was Fisher sending that out and picked up by McClellan. McClellan passes it out to Abby Webb. Abby Webb sends it forward out to Malcolm. Malcolm, it's beautiful passing and breakouts from the Inferno, really. But here comes Nita Crompton bringing it back in. She's had the most games on this team in the AWIHL in her career. And back to Garbett. Garbett trying to drag that in between the legs of Costa and picked up by Meyer.
And I think appeal for a hold there from Perth. They're not going to get it. We see here on the replay, takes it on 1-on-2, and then just they kind of all get tied up there, and Katie Meyer's able to cover that one up. Exactly the halfway point of this game. 10 minutes to go in the second period, and it is still all to play for. Brisbane have made this a little closer here, just in speaking of the shots on target in this second period, but the face-off is won here by the Lightning.
Crompton wins the face-off against Noddle, gets it to Costa. Costa sends it across, stopped by Abby Brown's skate and picked up by number 3, McClellan. Again, I think we have 2 McClellans and 2 Webbs on the Inferno. Costa trying to make a play, gets it to Mahoney. Mahoney trying to get out of the zone, can't quite do so. Crompton sends it out that time. Picked up by Zoe Webb. Zoe Webb trying to change the direction off the skate of Noddle and back to Costa. Costa taps it out, stopped by Zoe Webb off of her skate again. This puck is bouncing in a strange way for everyone. That one sent back to Mahoney. Mahoney trying to make some space. She has Crompton with her, and Abby Brown takes a shot right on King and the save.
Yeah, good chance there created by Brisbane. King saw that the whole way, but I turned away for a second, and now someone's on the floor.
Abby Brown.
And we see here the good shot there. And, it's the referee who just comes in and gets caught up. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
That's all good.
9:16 here to go in the second period.
I think that was Kate Sinclair at the face-off. I think it went back the Inferno way, and Sinclair tries to take a shot, redirected by King.
Allison Carlisle almost got a stick on that, and that could have been very dangerous.
Sarah Salmons with the puck, sends it to Clark Crumpton, picked off by Dixon. Dixon off the boards. Now with Cooper. Cooper sends it back to Dixon. Dixon has time and space. And here comes Clark Crumpton. It's passed. Salmon's on the other side, keeping it in, sending it back around, trying to get it to Clark Crumpton. Katrina Rapchuk instead has it. She has to get past the official. The officials have been in the way. The skates have been in the way. The legs have been in the way. Here we go. Maybe icing? Maybe, yes.
It will be.
It will be icing. Couldn't
so
tell at that
is
angle.
Blown there. Just a performance I want to highlight right now. Aspen Cooper for the Perth Inferno has been doing a lot in this game, and it's a lot that is the type of stuff that goes unnoticed. Throwing the body in front of pucks, is making poke checks, making block shots, getting players off the puck, and has been playing absolutely fantastic on defense.
And Kate Sinclair controls the puck. Del Basso going for it. Rapchuk controlling it, gets it past Garbett, again into the official, and now Sinclair is going to chase that. Clark Crumpton takes control. I think that's Clark Crumpton, sorry. Number 14, McClellan, sorry. And off of the skate of Garbett, picked up by Dixon. Dixon back to Rapchuk. Rapchuk's trying to send it forward. Malcolm has the puck, keeping it in. And on to Meyer, controlled by Dixon, but Meyer decided to put her gloves on that to make sure nothing dangerous happened in that situation.
Yeah, there was some contact there in the zone. We might see it here on the replay. Puck gets moved in here, and just a good check there in the defensive zone. Was able to get her woman off the puck, and Katie Meyer's able to cover up, and it looks like Garbutt's going to take this one.
Hard to say who won that, but Garbutt did get it back to the Lightning, to the Inferno, and now Malcolm fighting for that puck in the boards. I think that is LaPlante pulling it out. LaPlante using her skate. Malcolm sending it out the other side to Abby Webb. Abby Webb's trying to take a shot on, but picked off by Kilinik. Kilinik making a move, sending it forward. Stopped by Webb, picked up by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald backhand onto King. And she picks it up on the other side, sends it backhand shot on to King. Nice play. And coming to Del Basso now, keeping it in the zone. They're not offside yet, but going for a change. The Lightning change. That one's stopped by Abby Webb. Mossman sends it back the other way onto Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald drags it away from Noddle. She is so agile and has such good control of the puck. It's just incredible to watch. All the players tangled up there. Noddle fighting for it. Quite a bit bigger than Kilinik, but Kilinik not afraid. Kilinik does the splits. That had to have been uncomfortable. Puck coming out now with number 44. Mackenzie.
Oh, another big
collision.
Contact there. That was LaPlante with the check there.
Maddie LaPlante totally fine. Coming in now, Courtney Mahon offside by Kilinik. Just Mahoney disappointed.
You know, Brisbane turning this game a little bit more physical right now. They're not afraid to throw the bodies around and try and disrupt the flow here for the Inferno.
This is quite a bit different than I'm used to seeing the Lightning play. We're not used to seeing the Lightning play such a physical game, but as I was saying, the defense this year is so strong and they're not afraid to use their bodies. We, of course, are used to seeing players like Tracy Hocutt in the past who are very, very physical players. That one stopped by Goonan, kept in. Crompton takes a shot, deflected high, up and over. Yeah, King is doing everything right now. And Abby Brown now trying to get that away from Bailey. Bailey sends it to Zoe Webb. Zoe Webb sends it out, picked off by Allison Carlisle. Sophie Reeder trying to control the puck, not able. Yes, Sophie Reeder with the puck now. Carlisle pestering, trying to backhand it over to Crompton. Crompton takes a shot on, nice save. Another shot on by Goonan. And back to the other corner. Kelly Costa's chasing this one. Kelly Costa behind the goalie, tries to pepper the goalie again from that angle. They're trying to throw everything they possibly can at Sasha King at this point. Number 19 sending it out to Sophie Reeder, picked up again by Kelly Costa. Kelly Costa takes a shot on to King again, and back out the other side to Bailey. Out we go, back to number 19, Clark Crumpton. And now the Lightning in their defensive zone for the first time in a little while, over to Rapchuk. Rapchuk being pestered by Salmons. She takes it over to Sinclair. Sinclair to Carlisle. Carlisle sends it into the corner. Lakoviak's going for it. And Carlisle and Lakoviak fighting for the puck now. Lakoviak in control. Tries to send it out, does so, gets it to Dixon. Dixon sends it straight back in. Her team's offside. They're going for a change. That's all right. Bailey behind the goalie. Everybody looks a bit slow and tired. I know that battling for the puck the way they have been is absolutely exhausting.
Yeah, this type of game is very physical. It's grinding. It's really it's hard on the cardio.
Dixon sent that one back around behind the goal. Bailey fighting for it with Allie Fisher. And Garbutt trying to do something with it, but Madison LaPlante using the boards, taking it in, gives it to Fisher. Fisher tries to get it back to LaPlante. LaPlante, Fisher into the boards. And back out we go. Mossman's going to chase that down.
This one should be iced, and it's called.
We are up now, 20 shots to the Inferno, 15 to the Lightning, so that gap has definitely decreased. 4:14 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the ice is slanted downhill right now. All the action up here at the end to our right. Yeah,
They are peppering Sasha King with everything they possibly can.
I just want to point it back, though. A great blocker save she made about 2 minutes ago. That one had eyes for the top corner, and she made another save just right there with the glove.
And dropped it. Costa is really playing a great game today. I've got to call her out for that. She's making plenty of shots on. And that was another nice one right there.
See here the face-off, just one back to Costa, who has a wrist shot there. That one had eyes for the top corner as well, but a good glove save there by King.
Not counting as a shot because it was a little bit outside of the goal.
King was, I don't think King was going to change her approach any differently.
Crumpton won another face-off in that instance, and another tried to get Acosta to do the same thing again. Now we have Mahoney fighting for that puck against number 14, McClellan. And Inferno stopped by Crompton. Another shot on, another opportunity, and Abby Brown pushed out of the way.
Yeah, I think Brisbane right now need to get some pucks closer to the net. They're shooting from range here, and King's seeing them the whole way, and they're not really challenging her right now. You see there another shot. She picked up the puck, but she had a teammate down there at the post, and I think a pass there could have been a good option. But either way, another shot on target. It's 20-16 now. And Brisbane, you know, a shot on target is what you want out of your possession, but I think Brisbane are taking some low percentage shots right now.
That puck back to Abby Webb, and Killenick looking for an opportunity, sends it back around the other side to Fitzgerald. I'm thinking about that first goal of the game by Annie Fitzgerald, and normally I don't remember seeing King getting scored on so quickly in a game, but she wouldn't have been familiar with Fitzgerald either. And Fitzgerald,
what a shot!
Madison LaPlante! Is that LaPlante?
Yes, it was Madison LaPlante with a slap shot from the point. It had an arc to it, too. That puck knuckled a little bit in the air, and it definitely caught King off target.
You literally just said we can't be taking those shots from so far out because King's going to see them, and look at LaPlante go. Look at her.
I will eat my words right now. Madison LaPlante with a knuckleball coming from the blue line there.
It is no secret that we think LaPlante is one of the best defenders in the league. Was very exciting.
So Brisbane tied this one up. 3:21 here to go here in the second period. And you were thinking that if it was going to be a slap shot from the point, it was going to come from Mossman, but LaPlante has tied this game.
And here comes a reinvigorated Lightning with a little bit more energy in their step. Mossman taking a shot that was blocked by the Inferno. And Inferno motivated to do something. LaPlante motivated to stop Salmons and using her body effectively. Clark Crumpton coming in to help. Fitzgerald is there. Killenick is there. They're trying to drag that puck out. LaPlante controlling it. She gets it out front. Back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald now gathering some speed, perhaps. Nope, has to. Kalambokas went in. That's all right. And Cooper with the puck. Puck floating, free for Sophie Reeder to do something with it, blocked completely by Sinclair. And Allison Carlisle back in the corner, and she has control of it, and she takes a shot. Redirected by King, back out to Clark Crumpton. Clark Crumpton over to, hard for me to see, 44, I think that was McKenzie. And still in the zone, out of the zone. And Rapchuk trying to send it back in, goes straight across the ice instead to Cooper. Carlisle trying to stop Cooper. Sinclair trying to stop Cooper. Bounces off the back of the goalie net. Somebody's net guard is down on the ice back there. Rapchuk sending it out to Garbett. And Garbett's going to re-enter the zone with Del Basso. Del Basso tapping for the puck, and a goal from Garbett.
What an individual effort there from Grace Garbett. Took the puck there to the right-hand side. Good toe drag, created some space, and buried that shot past Katie Meyer. I was about to talk about how the game was tied for a fourth time, but Perth have another lead here, and I believe that is the 22nd shot on target for them this game. And Grace Garbett announcing herself to the Australian shores in style there with a great goal.
And we're ready to go again. Crompton controlling that, but Malcolm taking the opportunity, and she's entering the zone, trying to get around. Costa leaves it behind for Mahoney. Mahoney, no stranger to speed. Bailey trying to stop it. The puck is out of the zone, picked back up by Garbett. Goonan trying to stop her. Brown sending it forward. McClellan's going to go and get it. And Mahoney, no arm in the air. Bailey with the puck. Good pass out to Del Basso. Del Basso entering against Crompton. Drags it past. Save by Meyer. Salmons picks it up on the other side. Costa keeps it away. And back to Del Basso. Del Basso and Mahoney fighting for that. And I think that was number 12. Yep. Nita Crompton. That one's out. If Mahoney can get there quickly, she's going to send it in and go for a change. You can see she had some tired legs at that point. Bouncing puck kind of floating around. Bailey's got it, trying to draw in Fitzgerald. Coming out to Salmons. Stopped by Goonan, but picked up again by Noddle. On the other side, Noddle trying to move it around. She takes a shot and a save by Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer with another great save there. Just in the build-up before this one, it was a good individual effort to create an opportunity, and Katie Meyer made a great pad save on the stretch and has just saved this one right there in the breadbasket too. Two good opportunities for Perth, but they are unable to score on either of them. They still have the 1-goal lead, though. It's 4-3, 4:27 here to go here in the second period. Shots on target are 23-18 in favor of the Inferno.
I think that's 42.7 remaining in the period. I think.
Yes.
And Noddle wins another face-off, and Killinick sends it back behind, and picked up by 44, McKenzie. Back to Salmons, poked away by Killinick. And Mossman trying to do something with it, picked up again by Noddle, poked away again by LaPlante. That one bobbling out there, Killinick doing what she can, and finally a whistle. 19.8 seconds remaining in the period.
Meyer's able to just cover that one up there, and there's a dog pile down there at the crease.
We're watching number 44 try to pry herself out. McKenzie and Lakoviak hitting Mossman in the back. And Noddle having a chat. I don't know why she said, I love Noddle.
19.8 to go here in the period. And you'd think it's going to have to be pretty quick to get a shot on for, if Brisbane want to get an opportunity, they're going to have to turn this around pretty quick.
Won by Killinick. Del Basso going straight for it. Costa trying to stop her. Killinick doing everything to stop also with Costa. And Del Basso sends it out to Bailey. Bailey takes a shot. That one was saved and sent behind to Costa. Costa trying to send it out. Kept in. We have 3 seconds remaining. A shot and no goal. That one just went up somewhere. It took a while to come back down.
Extremely dangerous way to end this period.
Very.
Katie Meyer is able to stand strong, and the lead is still only one. A great second period there of action. We were tied for a 4th time in this one, and then Perth took the lead right back. We are getting set for the 3rd period, though. We will be back in about 15 minutes, it looks like, after another ice cut. And this one is all to play for. Round 1, game 1 here back at Brisbane. Inferno 4, Lightning 3. And we are back live here in Boondall, Australia, in the north side of Brisbane for this round one, game one of the AWIHL season here between the Perth Inferno and the Brisbane Lightning. It's been a great game. There have been 4 ties and 3 lead changes in this one, and it's been fantastic. The Lightning were battling from behind the last period a little bit, and then Madison LaPlante out of nowhere. I was literally just talking about how Brisbane were taking too many low percentage shots, and Madison said, why don't you eat your words here, Lockie, and fired one from the blue line and tied this game. But it was just a couple minutes later that Grace Gerbert had another great individual effort of her own and decided to give Perth a 1-goal lead, and that's where we are now. Third period live, and we are getting ready. It looks like the Inferno are waiting on the ice now. The Inferno are waiting on the Lightning now, and the Lightning, who actually already have a delay of game penalty against them. I think Daryl Dunsford's patience is going to weigh thin with them here.
We have Annie Fitzgerald and Marina Noddle ready to face off.
He's getting ready to drop this puck with only 3 people on the ice.
Are we going to have somebody else in center right now?
No, he's going to drop this puck with
All
only
right.
3 people on the ice. I don't think he's going to wait.
All right.
And Brisbane have got him out. He's going to drop this puck with no one there. Daryl Dunsford is fed up of Brisbane taking too long on these faceoffs, and he forced their hand there as the Inferno win this one back.
Mossman bobbled the puck a little bit, but took control and sent it in and chases it down as well. Cooper pokes it past Mahoney and back out to LaPlante to keep it in now. Our defenders are going in. LaPlante making an opportunity, pushed away from that puck by Lakoviak, and now still with it, however. Sends it over to Sinclair and back to Lakoviak. Lakoviak in control, trying to pass that out to Mossman off of McClellan's leg, or skate rather, and now Callum Buck is chasing that down. Sinclair on one skate, Lakoviak bringing it out of the zone, past Noddle, back to Carlisle. Carlisle sends it back into the corner. Lightning are keeping the pressure dialed up, keeping it in the zone. Callum Buck is fighting for the puck past Lakoviak, gets it to Carlisle. Carlisle spins, gets it halfway, back to the other McClellan. McClellan, pressured by Crompton, sends it behind her to McClellan. And now Rabchuk bothering McClellan. This is a different approach from the Lightning from what we've seen previously. Puck sent out by Lakoviak and back to Rabchuk. Rabchuk trying to send it out. Clark Crumpton coming into the zone. She's being matched over with Salmons. Back into the corner, past Dixon and Clark Crumpton and Abby Brown trying to bring that puck out. That one bobbles a little bit dangerously. Carlisle taps it out. Abby Brown's going to chase that, trying to get the icing waved off, but Abby Webb is there first.
So this one's going to come back the other way. And actually, a couple of the Lightning's men's players there got snowed as they came down the end of the ice. That's I think that's Aaron Rapchuk and Anthony Barnes standing down there. Face-off will be to the left of Katie Meyer, though. Here, Perth with a great opportunity. You know they'd love to extend this lead to a 5-3 lead here. And the face-off is won by the Inferno.
Back to number 14, McClellan, and taken out of the zone by Abby Brown. And Sophie Reeder sends it straight back into Rabchuk. No one's really controlling this puck at the moment. Sophie Reeder trying to do something with it. Rabchuk keeps her away from it. Rabchuk sends it out onto the stick of Mahoney and back out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has Bailey. She sends it straight out in front of King. Off into the corner to Mahoney. Mahoney trying to keep it away from Zoe Webb. And taken out by Salmons. Salmons sends it around to the other side. Kelly Costa's coming in now with it. She's using her backhand, getting it to Kilinik. Kilinik has Bailey. And back to Sarah Salmons with speed. Sarah Salmons has Goonan and Fitzgerald. She takes a shot. And she tries to take another shot. And that one goes around to the other side. Fisher coming out. Sends it across to Kilinik. And not offside. Kilinik with the puck. Kilinik redirecting. Sophie Reeder shoves her down, arm in the air. There will be a call on the Inferno. Power play coming in favor of the Lightning as soon as it's touched.
Yep, separation of the hands, right in the numbers. That is a cross-check every day of the week and twice on Sundays. 17:02 here to go in the third period, and the Lightning will get their second meet at Billy's power play of the night. They weren't able to convert on the first one, as the Inferno did a great job killing that one off. You know they want to create something here, a quick shot possibly.
Power play line: Crompton, Carlisle, Fitzgerald in forward, and Killinick and Mahoney in defense. That one won by Crompton and sent straight out and down the ice. Meyer watches the bounce, redirects it behind her, and left there to Del Basso. Mahoney trying to shake off Salmons, taking some time. Penalty is on Sophie Reeder. 2 minutes in the box. Nita Crompton keeping away from Del Basso. Players are losing edges and falling down, and Killinick has the puck just inside the zone with Garbutt coming after her, and Mahoney trying to assist. Mahoney now taking a shot. That one, I think, got redirected. And a goal by Allison Carlisle.
Yeah, Carlisle was in a great spot there at the crease, and it took a weird bounce off the boards. The shot came in initially, and it was just a little too high. It was a dangerous opportunity. But that puck showed its face in an even more dangerous spot, and Carlisle hammers that in. I think that's her second of the game. Just her first.
I think she had an assist possibly
yes,
earlier,
second goal contribution of the game, though. And Brisbane, we are for the 5th time tonight tied.
This has been an excellent back and forth game. And as I was saying before, Carlisle was always planted in front of that net every time there was a power play. So she's quite familiar with that position, and she succeeded right there.
We saw it all year last year, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. 4-4, 16:22 to go in this game.
Sinclair ready to take that and wins that and gets it back to Dixon. Tapped off the stick of Kalambokas. Redirected by the Inferno. Carlisle's going for it. So is Rapchuk, who sends it in. Picked up by Webb, Abby Webb, and Sinclair fighting her for it. Carlisle's going to drag it out the other side. Del Basso coming at her. Del Basso separating her from the puck, and Del Basso passing it out of the zone. Gets in the way, the official gets in the way, sent into the corner. Rapchuk's going to chase that. She's got Del Basso coming at her. She drags it away from Del Basso, who goes into the boards. Sinclair leaves it for Rapchuk. Rapchuk sweeps it to save another weird bounce over to Dixon and back out to Garbutt. Garbutt redirecting the puck, passes it straight back to Rapchuk. Rapchuk sends it across to Kalambokas. Kalambokas keeps it away from Garbutt, and she sends it straight onto the stick of Abby Webb. Abby Webb sends it out, picked up now by the captain, Kelly Costa, entering the zone. She leaves it behind for Mahoney. Mahoney takes a shot into the boards. Abby Brown on the other side, backhands it to Costa. Costa sending it out. Mahoney deflected it out. Shot, a good save by, that was a shot by Crompton, good save by King, and Goonan keeps it in the zone, into play for Mahoney. Mahoney, and there's another arm in the air. Mahoney sends it out. McClellan touches it, and the whistle.
Ooh, and a shot after the whistle there, too, a little bit, but a little marginal there. Brisbane going to have another power play opportunity. Perth, they were able to score on the last one where the Lightning, and you know they'd love to have another one here and take this lead with 14:58 here to go.
Another holding call. Holding the stick.
That is the call there from Daryl Dunsford.
Getting ready for another power play. We have Allison Carlisle there, ready to go. Crompton and Fitzgerald. That one kind of controlled by Crompton. Gets it out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald back to Killinick. Killinick walks the blue line back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald takes a shot. Blocked right in front of the net.
That almost caught the face of the Lightning player. I don't know who that was down there on the ice. That was Carlisle. That was nearly a very dangerous situation.
Well, she does have her cage on for a good reason. Here comes Lindsay Killinick, passing it across the boards to Mahoney. Mahoney entering the zone. Del Basso relentless. Killinick behind, picking it up. Del Basso fighting for it in the boards. Salmons trying to fish it out, and does. Salmons with speed. Crompton right there. Alone, swept away, and a goal shorthanded by Sarah Salmons. They take the lead again.
Sarah Salmons right there. Great individual effort there. Fished it out down here in front of us and took the puck basically the length of the ice. Takes a shot on it, beats Katie Meyer, and the Inferno are ahead again. We see here on the replay, good deke there to create some space and takes the shot, I think quicker than Meyer thought it was going to take. And Salmons with a goal here.
Crompton did what she could.
Salmon season is open here in Brisbane. 5-4 to the Inferno as they take the lead again.
5-4, and here we go. 14-17 remaining. Shots are 24 to the Inferno, 20 for the Lightning. That gate sounds like it's being a bit, the gate's being sticky for the Inferno. Abby Brown winning that face-off and going back now to Annie Mossman on the power play. Annie Mossman, Del Basso trying to push her off of the pucks. Mossman still with it. Mossman behind King and still in control. Takes it over to Fisher, and Fisher back over to Costa. So we've got all the defenders playing offense at the moment. That one just gets past Madison LaPlante, and Mossman will collect.
There was actually a chance there when Brisbane had the puck behind the net. A wraparound could have actually gotten a goal. King left half of that goal wide open.
Mossman re-enters the zone with the puck, leaves it for LaPlante. LaPlante repositioning, taps it across to Mahoney. Good tape to tape. Good goal!
Great pass
Mahoney
into Sharnita Crompton. The Mahoney with a great pass there. And was able to put it in, and Crompton just knocked it over into the net, and a goal.
Number 44 from Inferno is contesting, but it's going to be Crompton from Mahoney and LaPlante. Beautiful play from the Lightning. Some banging sticks on the Inferno side. Very unhappy players.
And for the 6th time now, we are tied tonight.
13:28 remaining. 3-shot gap between the two teams. I've rarely seen King take that many goals, but here we go. McClellan passing it in behind Meyer, back out the other side. Carlisle trying to get that puck out. Dixon being shoved in the boards by Reeder, and Sinclair trying to get the puck out. Clark Crumpton fighting with Rapchuk. It is getting physical. It is getting intense now. The heat has been dialed up.
That's not just the fact that we're here in November in Brisbane either.
No, not at all.
Cut
Bodies
the
are.
with a knife here.
People are getting very physical on the ice right now. All right, they're not playing the puck as much as they are just playing.
We talked about it in the pregame. The highest paid attendance ever in Brisbane women's ice hockey, and they are getting their money's worth here tonight in Boondall.
Costa's going to go and chase that down. And she picks that up with Sophie Reeder coming after her. Sophie Reeder fighting her for it. Costa in control. The captain, very experienced. Clark Crumpton there trying to help. And here comes Annie Fitzgerald. She only has Bailey in front of her. She's got, just left behind and picked up now by Del Basso. Goonan trying to take that away. Del Basso's still on it. Costa there, shot. And a glove save by Meyer.
Meyer with a great glove save there. I've seen it 3 or 4 times tonight where Fitzgerald, instead of making the early pass, that was there. You saw it there. The early pass was there, and she took it too late, and the pass got picked off. And we talked about it. I talked about it at the end of the first period. A lot of good individual performances here from Brisbane, but as a team, they haven't really been able to tie it together very well.
Del Basso and Killinick. Killinick winning that puck to LaPlante. LaPlante drawing in Del Basso and trying to control the puck again. Back around to Malcolm. Opportunity for Brisbane. Sent back out to Garbett. Meyer makes a save, but had to be really quick about it. Malcolm trying to send the puck back. Killinick picking it up. Killinick bringing it out and over to Fitzgerald, off of the skate of Zoe Webb, picked up by Madison LaPlante. Madison LaPlante leaving it, trying to get it across, and now for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald coming back in. She's being shoved over. That one stopped. LaPlante trying to make the goal, and King saves it. There are many bodies down on the ice at the moment.
Yeah, it's all getting a little wonky down here in the Lightning zone. We see it here on the replay. A couple bodies come together there. And I think, wow. I think that was that Fisher who came down just full body. And that wasn't intentional. It's just kind of lost her edge there and fell and just happened to find the Inferno player to fall on. So it looks like everyone is okay, which is good to see. 11:36 here to go in this game. To go in the third period, rather, with the way we've been going. This possibly overtime is not off the table here tonight.
Captain of the Inferno, not too thrilled about that, but that's all right. That one won by the Inferno. Back to Lukoviak. Lukoviak getting plenty of pressure by Mahoney. still kept in. Crompton keeping that in, back to Noddle. Marina Noddle redirects, sends it out of the zone, out to Jamie Goonan. Jamie Goonan taps it straight back to Mahoney, who shovels it in, and Crompton trying to get there. Puck still in, coming out on the stick of Lakoviak, coming up center ice, pushed off of it by Brown, picked back up, kept away by the Lightning. Marina Noddle back with the puck, and Abby Brown and Kelly Costa getting in the way. McKenzie fighting for that, and really very physical right now. It's really a question of who's got more body strength, I think. Kelly Costa, again, the puck is sticking in the ice. You gotta believe the ice is a little bit wet at the moment, or a little bit at least soft. Here comes McClellan, sending it in past Costa, 14 and 14 against each other. McClellan gets ahead of that. Jamie Goonan was trying to strip her of the puck. That one goes off the stick of Brown and over to Sarah Salmons. Sarah Salmons, always a danger, takes a shot, deflected high up into the netting and down to the other side of the ice. Mahoney keeps it away, but Sarah Salmons takes it out now. Salmons blocked by Crompton, kept into the corner. We know how dangerous those boards are. And that one coming up to Abby Webb. Abby Webb and Abby Brown trying to keep her away from that. Costa finally gets it out of the zone, back to Abby Webb. Lightning go for a change. Mahoney was pressuring that, and here comes Sarah Salmons again. She gets around Crompton, save, no, a goal.
I thought that could have gotten waved off with some contact on Meyer, but we do not. And the Inferno once again are in the lead, 6-5 now. Was that Salmons again? It was.
I think, yeah, Salmons went, I think it went through possibly through the 5-hole, not entirely sure. It looked to me like Meyer thought she had that saved, and then it went back into the corner of the net.
Said it after the last one, Salmon season's open, and that is another goal there for Sarah Salmons. I believe her hat trick tonight. So an impressive performance there.
Kilinik trying to control that. Malcolm jumps for it, and back to Annie Mossman, sending it forward. Lightning need to do something. They have Fisher right onto the King, and still a loose puck, but a whistle. King is in full butterfly.
So we are, Brisbane with a good response there, was able to create something, but King able to stand strong. 27-23 are the shots on target right now.
It looks to me like Salmons has just had 2 goals this period. And not prior to that yet in the game, so she still needs one more.
So that's just the 2?
Just the 2.
That's 3 points on the night, though.
Yes. Okay, Malcolm tapping that out to Del Basso. Del Basso going, Mossman watching. Mossman separates her from the puck. She sends it back to Webb, and picked off now by Ali Fisher. Ali Fisher making a play. She has Fitzgerald going with her. She sends it back to Kilinik. Kilinik shot, bounces off the netting. Loose for anyone that wants to grab that. Bailey decides to do the work and sends it back down for an icing call if Rapchuk or Dixon get there, and they do.
I think Klinik's shot just had a little too much loft under it. Picked the loft wedge when it maybe should have gone the pitching wedge there, and it's just lofted up over the goal. And it took a weird bounce, but Brisbane were not able to capitalize on that. 9:07 here to go in this game now, but they will have a face-off to the right of King. It looks like, actually, no, left.
Her left-hand side, glove side. And back we go. Del Basso fighting for that puck. Bailey taking it and sending it out to Garbett. They had set a play before. I saw them talking about what they were going to do. Rapchuk trying to separate her from that. Garbett not able to get the shot off. That one blocked. Good turnover. Abby Brown coming in now. Abby Brown has to get past Bailey. Leaves it behind for Crompton. Crompton shot saved by King. It's just floating there. Here comes Rapchuk trying to get there first. And she controls it. Sends it back into the corner to Mahoney. Nice play by Rapchuk. Mahoney leaves it for Rapchuk now. I can always tell, I've been watching Katrina play almost her whole life, and I can tell when she's going to go in for a shot. It's a lovely thing to see. That one straight across, back onto the stick of Rapchuk. Rapchuk has Kalambokas. Kalambokas trying to keep McKenzie off of the puck. Back around to Cooper. Cooper gets past Costa to Noddle. Allison Carlisle trying to go in at Noddle. Noddle still in control, entering the zone. She takes a shot. Oh, bobbled by Meyer, and I think it went
That's a goal,
in.
yeah. Katie Meyer,
She didn't control it.
this is a, I don't want to say she looked scared of the puck, but she was crouching her head and almost just kind of ducked as she reached out for that puck.
I thought it hit her shoulder, but we'll watch it. It hit her shoulder and it bobbled up and over.
She just missed it with the glove. And it's 7-5.
It looked to me like she was trying to redirect it with her shoulder, and it just went up in the air and behind her a little bit, unfortunately. So Lightning have some more work to do. They've got to.
There was some contact there. The refs are going to deliberate here, and we will see what the call is. Brisbane were not happy with it.
Meyer's looking to the bench. She's checking her gear. She's going to skate to the bench. There's something.
I think there's something wrong with the glove. And the goal has been waved off.
Goal has been waved off. We'll wait to hear why if we can.
I think we're going to say the contact.
But there's something wrong with her leg pad as well. Is it off the moorings? Not sure.
No, that's the refs just grabbing the puck there.
Okay.
I'd love to find out what the official call is here.
The Perth bench is actually delightful. The things that they're yelling are pretty hilarious. So I'm enjoying very much our position. There's a timeout called now.
Timeout called by Coach
Lightning.
Meyer. I think that's going to be just about the...
It'll be the goalie.
Yeah, the goalie equipment.
Okay, we're going to watch on the replay one more time. Lachlan, maybe you'll see better than I can.
Yeah, we'll see here on the replay.
It bounced over her shoulder.
And I think they're going to say that's... I think they're going to say that it's frozen, and I think that... I don't know who overturned that call, though.
I have no idea.
Because who had the eyes on it? Because the one linesman here closer to us didn't have an angle on it, and I don't know if the other one did either.
Really unclear to me what happened, unless, like I said, she did have a problem with the strap on her leg.
If I was an Inferno fan, I'd feel hard done by that decision, to be honest with you. It's 6-5 right now, 8:06 here to go in this third period.
Well, what I did hear yelled from the Inferno benches, "What do you want from me?" Frustration. It's frustration. And rightfully so. It's never fun to have a goal waved off.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough call to make. I'm glad that I'm up here and not wearing the stripes.
I've done the training a few times. I'm not too eager to go out and give it a go myself.
So they're going to...
They're still checking the goal. Is it a problem with the goal itself? Was there a hole in the net? Did her skate get stuck in the net?
I don't know.
They're actually pulling the threads through on the goal, looks like. You won't find it because of what? I shouldn't be repeating what I'm hearing.
I don't know what we're doing. I think there's a hole in the side of the net.
All right, they've pulled something out. There was something stuck in the netting that they have pulled out and brought to the bench and laid it down there. If it's tape or something else, I'm not sure.
It might be.
I think it's actually it
might be part of the straps.
I think part of her leather got stuck, actually. So Salmon's now at face-off, and
if her pad's stuck in the goal, I think that is reason to wave that off. Yeah.
That one.
And they might have just created another one, but a good save there by Meyer. How perfect would that be? A perfect response there from the Inferno if they could have just walked in a goal right there.
They're doing everything they can. 7:57 remaining scores, 6-5, 28 shots in favor of the Inferno to 24 for the Lightning. Salmons wins the face-off, but it's picked up by Annie Fitzgerald. She sends it out just a little too hard back to Cooper, who sends it straight back in to Katrina Rabchuk. Rabchuk, good pass across the ice over to Allie Fisher. Allie Fisher trying to make some space. Sophie Reeder trying to push her off of the puck. Back to Sarah Salmons we go. Lindsay Killenik watching her. She gets across the red line, bounces it back towards Meyer. Killenik picks it up, keeps it away from Cooper. Clark Crumpton there. Back over to Lakoviak taking a shot, and a good leg pad save by Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer standing strong there. Another great save. She's had a few here tonight and trying to put whatever that was out of her mind there, trying to have a short memory. Goaltenders, they do have a short memory, and it is a good attribute to have. 7:24 to go here in this game.
Del Bosso wins
by
that.
one.
to Bailey off the skate of Dixon. Back around, I think that is LaPlante. Hard to see. With Garbett, Crumpton comes out with it. Crumpton has Malcolm again pestering her, and back to Dixon. Dixon trying to keep it away. Dangerous little pass there. Crumpton gets it out to LaPlante. LaPlante entering in now with Bailey chasing her. LaPlante has excellent puck control. She has that out to Mahoney. Mahoney makes the face off the shoulder of King. Picked up by Bailey, the captain of the Inferno, now making a move. Crompton and then it's sent too high by Bailey. Del Basso turning around, sending it into the corner. The Lightning have switched up their players' offense and defense a bit. Not afraid to mix it up. Back one up into the boards, out the other side to Bailey. Bailey sending it across, blocked by LaPlante. Mahoney tries to pop it out. Bailey takes another shot, too wide, out the other side again to Marina Noddle. Noddle looking for room, trying to get bumped off of the puck there. That one comes all the way around and picked up by Lakoviak, who goes offside.
Offside is the call. We'll bring this one out. Brisbane, both sides will get a change here. And 6:09 here to go in this game. So the longer the start game is able to unfold like this, the more it's going to favor the Inferno here, as they are holding on to, they're the ones holding on to the lead right now.
Seeing a lot of tired-looking bodies out there. It's going to be interesting to see how they hold up tomorrow. Simmons wins the face-off, gets it to Lakoviak. Lakoviak sends it across, just misses Cooper. And Fisher trying to do something with it, almost picked off by Kilinik. And Sophie Reeder takes it in, blocked by Mossman, stopped by Meyer.
Yeah, that deflection off Mossman almost made things more interesting here than it needed to be.
It's the story of the game. It's all the...
And that wasn't necessarily her fault. The puck was just shot up into our arms, and it took a weird deflection there, and Meyer was able to see it the whole way.
Fitzgerald and Simmons. Fitzgerald maybe won that. Hard to say. Mossman now. Mossman shovels it out. Koviak sends it in or keeps it back in. Salmons now sends it across over to Cooper. Cooper tapping it back into the corner. Past Salmons. Reeder is there. Salmons has it. And Fitzgerald's going to redirect. She's got to get around a lot of players. She has Clark Crumpton, no problem there. She's going to go around to the other side. Gets through with Kilinik. She just loses the puck off the toe. Sends a great pass out. Nice opportunity for the Lightning. Not able to capitalize, unfortunately.
I don't think she saw it coming. That was such a great pass. She wasn't expecting it.
It was really good. Rapchuk over to Fitzgerald, taps it back into Cooper, interrupted by Kilinik, kept it in the zone momentarily and sent back out now by Del Basso. Rapchuk's going to get the icing call. Although most
the
of the team had just changed.
Lightning defender just was able to get to the hashes first.
They're trying to get players back on the ice.
Daryl's asking for honesty. He said, he said, be honest. If you were on, come back.
Lakoviak goes back out, and so does Cooper.
Daryl said, I know there was more of you.
They had all changed, really. Anyway,
I will say, a few of them did get there before the whistle.
Is it the whistle or when the puck leaves the stick? There we go. Del Basso over to Cooper. We're getting a little dangerous here. Mahoney is still with the puck. And over to Crompton, to Mahoney. She's passing it out to LaPlante. LaPlante comes in. Mahoney goes back to cover. And Del Basso takes a little bit of a hit, and LaPlante picks it up. And LaPlante knocked down, arm in the air now. And Sasha King elects to cover that puck. Somebody's getting really pressed in the middle of that crowd. Two players.
There's a player checking on LaPlante. Hopefully she's okay. That was a huge hit.
It really
I think that's Abby Brown who's not happy about it.
It's Katrina Rapchuk who is in the middle of the fray, I think. And Abby Brown.
So the contact came from Sophie Reeder.
And somebody was getting held down there. I'm going to go back and watch this again when I get home tonight. Sasha King's fine. Madison LaPlante is fine. A little bit of yelling on our side of the ring.
2-minute minor for the body check there.
Timeout
for Perth. So for those of you who don't know, body checking, there is contact in women's hockey. It's unavoidable, right? But to throw a body check is against the rules. Therefore, 2-minute minor has been called. And it is the fourth time we go onto the Meet at Billy's power play here. And Brisbane already have a power play goal tonight. They'd love to find another one here because this is a huge spot right now.
Let's not forget that Salmons had a shorthanded goal on the last power play.
Absolutely, Salmons did find the shorthanded goal on the last power play. And 4:29 here to go. Any goals at this point, the importance is amplified.
This penalty is on Grace Garbett, 2 minutes. And I'm just trying to see if I can get the details on that. It is, body checking.
So yes, it was Garbett to the box. My apologies. I said Reeder. She was coming to the bench at that time.
Reeder also had a body checking call in this period. So that's the third penalty on the Inferno in this period.
So Brisbane, big opportunity now. They probably drew something up there during this timeout.
It's the regular power play line for the Lightning. We have Salmons going to take the face off. Controlled by Crompton, back to Kilinik. Kilinik coming in now. She sends it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald takes a nice shot, almost deflected in by Carlisle.
It was a great save by King.
That one comes out just past Fitzgerald. And Sarah Salmons with huge speed, trying to get to that puck first, does so. Fitzgerald holding her into the boards while Crompton fishes it out. And here comes Crompton, shoveling it across to Kilinik. Del Basso whacking at it. And Kilinik making some space, taking her time, drawing in McKenzie. She chips it out to Mahoney, right onto the stick. And here comes Mahoney, entering the zone. All four of the Inferno players there ready to go. Kilinik keeping it away from Noddle, and she sends it back to Carlisle. Carlisle sends it back up to Kilinik, and Bailey in the middle of everything. McClellan gets past McClellan. Kilinik chasing the puck, goes past Fitzgerald, and Kilinik doing a lot of the work here in this power play. Meet at Billy's power play. Shot by Kilinik, right on King. She's not frozen, but a whistle.
Yeah, Carlisle was standing there great, right in front, screened that, and King saw it late. There was a deflection too, and King made an absolutely great save to keep the 1-goal lead. We see here on the replay, Carlisle chopped at that, was able to get a stick on the puck there, but King with a great save, showing why she's one of the best goaltenders in the country.
A lot of big bodies out there right now. Noddle's going to come off of the ice. Salmon's going to take the face off against Abby Brown now.
So I think that's about 45, I can't tell with the pixels on the screen. I think that's about 45 seconds to go here in the power play.
Lakoviak controlling the puck. Fisher takes it away, goes on to King. Mossman with an opportunity. Salmons breaks out. LaPlante, very slow, but LaPlante on it. Blocks that shot beautifully. This is why I say she's one of the best defenders we've got in the league.
They're going to pull this one out and just kill these last 20 seconds off. It looks like dumps this one in, and it takes a weird bounce, and it gets out actually onto Myers. So 14 seconds left in the power play.
Big bounce back to Mahoney. Mahoney back to LaPlante. And 4 seconds remaining in the Meet at Billy's power play for the Lightning. That one to Crompton. Crompton now going to try to do something. Good pass to Mahoney. Mahoney takes his shot, but nope. Back onto her stick. Mahoney off of the official and dumped straight back down onto the stick of Meyer, so no icing. 32 shots to 30 now, so Brisbane has come up quite a bit. 2:10 remaining in the third period. Kilinik still out there, passes to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has Carlisle. She's making a little bit of space, has Crompton and Kilinik. It's basically a power play line. Carlisle, what an opportunity. And Kilinik now trying to get it out over to Malcolm. Malcolm has over to Del Basso, and Rapchuk takes the body away from that. Malcolm back in. Del Basso picks it up over in the right-hand corner. She passes it out. Just barely kept in by Bailey.
You'd think Meyer would have to come to the bench pretty much the next time Brisbane gets the puck. Minute 30 here to go.
We'll see what they do. Fitzgerald, she's looking at the bench. Fitzgerald enters the zone.
Where's the help?
I don't know.
They're very slow on this change there, and Brisbane doesn't have any help. Minute 20 to go here.
Sent that back into the corner, coming out the other side. It looks like everybody's just a bit too tired.
Everyone's exhausted.
And a whistle. Slashing call.
Penalty's going to go against the Lightning, so they have just shot themselves in the foot and made this a lot harder. 1:11 to go here in the game. And
the penalty will go on Annie Fitzgerald. Her first penalty.
You know, these are the times where you want your imports to step up, and unfortunately, she stepped up in the wrong way. Has taken a silly penalty here, and now you'd think that the Inferno would be able to just sit on this puck, as they will be a player up for the remainder of this game.
This is the first individual penalty that the Lightning have taken. That face-off is controlled by Crompton and trying to send it out, but kept in by Cooper. Mahoney trying to muscle her off of the puck. Back over to Lakoviak. Lakoviak will plant, trying to stop that one. Dixon, 56 seconds remaining. Noddle holding Dixon into the boards. McKenzie back to Salmons. Salmons sends it back to Noddle. Noddle being pestered fiercely by Crompton. Not able to get around the official too easily. Crompton really using her body to push her. And back out it goes to Dixon. Dixon clears it.
I don't know why they're dumping
seconds.
pucks when you're down with 30 seconds to go. Brisbane are killing this off like it's a normal penalty kill, and there's no urgency right now from the Lightning.
LaPlante sends it straight back down to Lakoviak. 22 seconds remaining. Lakoviak whiffs on the puck, but still gets it out.
Just looking at the play on the ice right now, you'd think that the Inferno were the team chasing this game. Brisbane has just given up.
Noddle trying to take a shot. That one bounces weird, and a save by Meyer.
7.3 here to go. You'd think Perth have pretty much done everything they need to. Barring a small miracle here, they will take the 3 points here tonight. And yeah, I think the entire energy just got sucked out of the bench when they took that penalty there. And to me, it looks like they've given up.
I didn't even see it happen, but yeah, very unfortunate timing and the way that shook out. But a very evenly matched game nonetheless. Salmons gets that back. Bailey takes a shot, bounces off behind. 2 seconds remaining. McClellan takes a shot off of the boards. And that's the win for the Inferno. First game of the season. First win on the boards for them.
They've traveled from coast to coast here tonight, and they've come away with 3 points. The Inferno deservedly come away with the win here tonight. It was a great game. All up, the shots on target were a lot closer than they were at the end of the first period. It's 33-30 in total. But the Inferno, the Lightning were chasing it from behind, and then, you know, some mistakes there really cost them the game there at the end. And, you know, I think Brisbane had a strong effort.
I'll say that Perth really has their passing game down. Lightning came together. Their passing became much better as the game progressed. But at the beginning of the game, it wasn't a lot of passing.
And 100%, it was the Lightning, you know. I think this team has a huge upside. We just didn't get to see them play very well as a team here tonight. You know, there was, as we said, a lot of great individual efforts from them tonight. And look at all their goals. They were assisted goals, but there was a lot of big individual efforts from them tonight and not really a great team effort as a whole. So something for them to build on. You know, they've got a very talented, if you look at it from on paper, they are one of the most stacked lineups in this league. So a lot for them to play for this season. It was a very close game. We talked about it before the game. The highest ticketed attendance here in.
I was wondering who got paid the most.
No, highest paid attendance. Highest paid attendance here for a
history.
women's hockey game in the history of Brisbane ice hockey. So things are moving up for the sport here in this country, and it was a great game. The fans got their money worth here tonight. Your final score here from Brisbane with Amy Hubble and I back on the call tomorrow night at 3:45 here. We will be back. What a great game for them to, if it's anything like tonight, we know that it's going to be fantastic. Tune in for that one right back here on AIHL.TV.
AWIHL TV.
Pardon me, I am so sorry. AWIHL.TV. And once again, your final score here tonight, Perth 6, the Brisbane Lightning 5. We'll see you again tomorrow night.